The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water. Them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepare a table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with no oil, me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy, I go follow I all the days of I even. Me I go dwell in the house of my Lord God Jah. Kadama we groma be ya telo e. Where twos and threes meeting in the name of the Most High Jah. And there so Jah there. If Jah never build up your house, the builder I go build it in the same way. If Jah never come together and bring the people them together, no matter what the people them do, them still I go tear asunder. What Jah bring together, let no man put asunder. And I give thanks. And I give thanks. And I give thanks. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it, and them is safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. Oh yes, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Jah shall therein abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Aw mausobo lisa. Aw mausobo lisa. I don't know what it was sick clear for. This is the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk Rasta. In every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes, aromas, and even flavors. Oh, put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot. They are subjected to some amount of heating, and then they produce food. Now, this food, interestingly, the black pot and the ingredients do not even partake in eating that. It is us, the eaters, who eat the food and enjoy the food. Yet every time the black pot and the ingredients, when necessary, will rise to the occasion to produce food that they do not even participate in eating. What does this teach us? Selflessness. How many of us are not ready to plant trees, all because we will not live long enough to enjoy from the fruits and shades of the trees? How many of us are not generational thinkers? We believe that, oh, let's eat it all today, for tomorrow we die. This is the black pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO. I was so little when my grandfather was watering that seed. Then it germinated. He would spend so much time, sometimes even talking to that small plant which just germinated from the seed. I never knew why Grandpa wasted so much time. He died in the 5th year of the plant. But today when I sit under that tree that grandfather planted as a seed, I give thanks to my grandpa, who had the generational thinking in mind, selfless thinking. How many of us are ready to ruin the country? After all, we will soon die. This is the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power. And this is a show of patriotism. It's a show of rewiring the mindset of our people. Now, if the average African mindset is right, every other thing will be right. But if it is wrong, no matter how much amenities, no matter how much gold and diamonds, no matter how much wealth and riches you have, the bad mindset will destroy everything, and you will go around begging the same people who enslaved you. This is what we are trying to run away from. We are trying to bring to you a lesson of morality, a lesson of the mindset being rewired. We are making you unlearn some of the things that you were brainwashed with. The miseducation. This is the Black Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power. Remember, we are live on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Black Empire Media, as you can see on the screen. BLAKK Empire Media. Please subscribe to this channel and click on the notification button so that every time we come on, you'll be the first person to see us. Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. Ghana time. Fast, we are on. And we appreciate everybody who was logged on. Right from America, all the way through Qatar, down to Canada, and the whole of Africa. I want to say thank you so much to my professor at the University of Central Missouri, one Professor Albion Mens, and of course to my very good friend from America, based in Texas, Shelley. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you and we love you. And to the numerous people who have joined us, please do us a favor. Do broadcast, rebroadcast this broadcast. Better still, share the broadcast so every other person can see that. Remember, this is the Blakk Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO. And here we speak truth to power. Nobody is bigger than the truth. We are supported by ISIT, and ISIT simply means ISIT, in spirit, in truth. Now, if your regular social media platform is all negative, violence, nudity, and even what is known as racism, leave it, jump ships, and come onto ISIT, in spirit, in truth. It is an app that has been modeled by Ghanaians in America. Another reason you should support it. What can ISIT do for you? You can go live on ISIT, send audio and video calls. In other words, you can make video and audio calls, and you can upload your videos and also your audios and even your pictures. Meet other positive-minded people, and that is what it is. Promote your business, push your brand. Download that for free from Google Play and, of course, App Store. I am on ISIT. Are you on ISIT too? Yes, connect with family and friends and make memories that are lasting. This is the Blakk Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power. And today we have a number of issues. I think 6 different issues to look at. So we are going to go quick. Number 1, watch it. And what does it say? It says, "Healer, heal thyself," BAWUMIA told. You know what that old adage means, right? Healer, heal thyself. So you see, akukosi obema join this drawer, shane junso. So kwatre kosi obema untuma tieni din. Healer, heal thyself, BAWUMIA told. But who is telling BAWUMIA this? This man. He's called Apreku. Apreku is one of the most hard-working NPP guys I know. I'm not a politician. I don't envy politicians. I don't like them because they have ruined our nation. They are paupers of the West. A lot of them, and these are the people destroying our land. When I was at the University of Science and Technology, Kwame Nkrumah, this man came over to our radio station on campus called Contato Radio, and he came to talk about the NPP. We're all happy to see him. He was not popular amongst us, but his message was very, very powerful. We were fed up with the other regimes that had come, and we were looking forward to having the NPP come. And he was the first politician to come on campus and talk on our campus radio. So we appreciated him. A lot of us came out to look at him because in those days, photographs were not that common. We would have taken photographs with him. And this was somewhere in 1997, 1998. I remember that clearly. So I always saw him as a man who would go the extra length to be able to do things for his party, formal and informal. But he surprised me when he said some things only last week. And we had the opportunity to talk about that here in the Blakk Pot. You know what he said? He said, he was hoping that Nana AKUFO-ADDO would have made him the finance minister in his regime. Unfortunately, Nana AKUFO-ADDO decided to choose another person, his own cousin. Yes, Ken Oforiatta. And because of that, he was left with no job, unemployed, and he had to go look for a job. I was so disappointed because these guys see politics as employment. It's all about their stomachs. He was so disappointed, he started talking ill about Nana AKUFO-ADDO. Because Nana AKUFO-ADDO did not give him a position in his government, he had to go look for a regular job. So these politicians see politics as a job. They see it as a way of survival, eating food. So they put their food first. Better still, they put their money where their mouth is. This is not what we want. We don't want the children of Satan. People who are coming in to profit from politics. We want people who are ready to sacrifice. We are looking for sacrificial lambs. Those who would go hungry in order to see the country grow. We are looking for people who are looking at the nation as a bigger picture, not sons and daughters of the West, sent over to us to come and destroy our land. But today he's saying something. Apreku is running for president. He's a presidential aspirant of his party. Kofi Apreku, that's his name. Dr. Kofi Konedu Apreku, the disappointed finance minister who had to go look for a job because his party had decided to kick him out from the finance position. If you are a Messiah and you can't heal your home, what kind of Messiah are you? Dr. Apreku jabs BAWUMIA. Run the story. Watch it. It says, New Patriotic Party NPP presidential hopeful Dr. Kofi Konedu Apreku has taken a swipe at one of the contenders for the position, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA, over his handling of Ghana's economy. Speaking in an interview on City TV on Wednesday, July 19, 2023, Dr. Apreku refuted assertions that persons referring to the performance of Ghana's economy under Dr. BAWUMIA are needlessly attacking him. According to him, the vice president's record must be brought to bear to determine whether he can lead the country or not. There's no problem calling out Dr. BAWUMIA. We are dealing with reality. Now, if you are a Messiah and you cannot heal your own home, what kind of Messiah are you? I think this is completely acceptable. This is politics. We are competing. Politics is a competition of ideas. Your idea against my idea. Your vision against my vision. And in that interrogation, everything should be open. He said. The presidential hopeful added that he would not accept tribal politicking and politics of insults. I would resent it if somebody was talking about ethnicity. I will resent it if somebody personalizes the campaign. These have been surfaced. But when we are looking at our records, obviously, if you want to govern the country and you have been involved in anything that comes close to governing the country, we have the right to examine how you have handled it. Dash and come here. What Apreku is saying is nothing but the truth. I don't know the people who want BAWUMIA to be president of this nation. What I see in Ghanaian politics is ethnicity, politics of religion. These two very things. People vote for you because you come from their tribes. I don't like that word. People vote for you because you are religious. That was how Nana Akufo-ADDO won the elections. He brought somebody from the north to get the northern votes. Tribal. He himself is from the Akan. And then he started making his politics religious. He ran to Israel and was praying to God. We saw videos and photographs of him. And he said the battle was the Lord's. Right? He started quoting Bible verses for us to see him as somebody who was holy. But he proved to us that he's a villain, he's fake. In our politics, those who quote the Bible and the Quran most are thieves. Nana Akufo-ADDO has proven to us that he's one such charlatan. Political charlatans who have no respect for the average Ghanaian. He said his God had made him win the elections. So he was building a house for God. When 9 children at Fana drowned whilst going to school, crossing one point of the river to the other, they drowned. 2 of them survived. Up till now, psychologists have not been even sent to deal with them. The children are disabled. The school has been closed down. The same vice president, Joker vice president, the Mr. Bean of Ghanaian politics, says he's going to give school children what? He's going to give them what? Did you hear it the other day? He was going to give them tablets. Yet young girls in the country cannot even afford pad for their menstrual cycles. A lot of these politicians have several iPads. Yet the young girls, for their natural menstrual cycle, they don't even have sanitary towels and pads. They have put taxes on sanitary pads that some of the girls are getting pregnant in so many parts of Ghana because they went to an irresponsible man to beg him for money to buy pad for their menstrual periods. This story sounds like an announcing story. But those of you in Ghana, you know it's been published in the media over and over. There are taxes on sanitary towels and pads. Yet the iPads that these politicians have, and they are promising students tablets, yet the students do not even have furniture, common furniture to sit on to study. How many schools were closed down last year because of inadequacy of furniture? The games are being stopped because government cannot finance such games that brought us together. Football, athletics, and all that. How many schools are still closing down because government cannot feed students? He is going to give them tablets. Taking them to schools that don't even have roofs. A lot of the students are sitting under trees. The children are lying on their bare bellies. And they are beaten every day by soldier ants, and bees are stinging them night and day. When it rains, no school because there's no roof on the school building. Several times school building walls collapse and kill students. And we were in this country and we saw this. Negligence and foolishness. He says he's going to give them tablets. There's no electricity in those areas. Where are they going to connect the tablets? They don't even have furniture. What are they going to put the tablets on? He says these tablets are going to replace the textbooks. Those textbooks, where are they? They are not even available. This is the joker of Ghanaian politics. The joker. And Apreku has said it. If you are the Messiah, you were brought in to come and save the economy. You gave us a lot of speeches. We all believed you because we thought you were eloquent. We thought that you were going to be able to deal with the system. Not knowing that you were nothing but a fake, cheap fake. And look at BAWUMIA. No Ghanaian trusts this guy now. Full of lies night and day. In fact, the pastor, something Abosom, he said, BAWUMIA has lied, and he's always lying. Chiri Abosom. You saw that viral video. My brother, these politicians take us for fools. No matter how much they hurt us, when they come back looking for our votes, with just one carrot dangling in front of us, they can buy our birthright. It's time for us to chase them out. It's time for us to stand toe to toe and tell them that enough is enough. I have told you already, if this man becomes the next president of Ghana, I'll leave the country for you. Take it. We have done our best. How can you be part of this dirty Nana AKUFO-ADDO government? The government that sank the whole Titanic of Ghana. The government that has looked down on Ghanaians all this while with no respect. The dirty government with no focus that told us that we will never go to the IMF. A few weeks later, so shamelessly, they ran to the IMF, begging IMF to give us what? Today they are happy. The first tranche of the IMF loan has come. So they are going to celebrate. This is the only country in the world where people celebrate loans with huge parties, pomp and pageantry, no vision. It hurts me, my brother. Your future is at stake. My future is at stake. My children's future is at stake. My children's future is at stake. Today we hail Kwame Nkrumah because of the work he did, the legacy he left behind, not these villains. What have they done for us? Except to run us to the IMF and make the whole world look down on us. The other day I was traveling to Italy for a concert. Me and my manager is American. And when we got to Morocco and we're showing our passports, my manager put out her passport first. And when the Moroccan saw the American passport, he said, wow, this is heavy. Powerful passport. I wish I had this passport. When I pulled out my Ghanaian passport and put it on the table, he said, which country are you from? I said, Ghana. He looked at me and said, Ghana. Where is it? It's Africa. I said, it's in hell. I said, it's in hell. He said, hell? Where's hell? You could see that this is an Arabic-speaking man who does not even understand what I was trying to get at. The only thing he could remember about Ghana, Stephen Appiah. I think that was Turkey. Turkey. Not Morocco, Turkey, I beg your pardon. Turkey before entering Italy. This was what the man said, Stephen Appiah. He could only remember Ghana from one footballer, Stephen Appiah. My brother, meanwhile, this is the nation that sees itself as the gateway to Africa. The nation where more enslaved people were carried out of more than any other nation in the world. What is your legacy? People only remember us because of football. People only remember us because of modernity. We should be remembered right from the days of ancient. These are the people who are not making it possible. All our touristic values have become non-entities. Nobody is ready to promote the interest of Ghana. It's their ego that they are looking at. He wants to be president. He's been vice president of this dirty government for 8 years. They couldn't do anything. And the sad thing is that all the 10 aspirants looking for the ticket to their presidential candidacy for their parties are preaching change. All of them are saying that change, they need change. Change from who? Nana AKUFO-ADDO and BAWUMIA. All of them, including him, they are preaching. None of them is preaching continuation. Yet Twaso. None of them is preaching continuation. Not Apreku. Not Alan. Not even BAWUMIA. He is not preaching continuation. Let all 10, let any one of them go out and say, oh, we are going to preach continuation. Yet Twaso, people will chase them out of the campaign trail. Because Nana AKUFO-ADDO has messed up. He's a villain. And he wants to be president. You were brought in to save the economy. Where has the economy gone? You succeeded in taking us to the IMF and the world. Somebody says, oh, deal with the finance minister, not him. Is he not the chairman of the economic team? He was the whiz kid that Kufuor brought in from the World Bank to come and save the Ghanaian economy. Today, look at him like common chaff. Vote for him if you want him. As long as this guy becomes president, I'll be absent from this nation. You will only see my face on TV. It will be time to take a break because it will be an insult for such a guy to become president of this nation. And none of those who served under Nana AKUFO-ADDO, including Alan, another joker, none of them should ever be president. They have all failed. If there were people with conscience, they would all be resigning. Our boss has failed, so we too, we are resigning. In Ghana, people don't resign, they are sacked. What dirty politicians. Come here! Dash it away. Next story. Nobody is bigger than the truth. Think say you day wise. No way for insulting BRAGGART president. No way for insulting BRAGGART president. Who is that insulting BRAGGART president? Who is that insulting BRAGGART who wants to be president? Oh, okay. It's this guy. Canada, Japan. It's true. He likes insults. Okay, PhD. Oh, he has a PhD now. Come here, let's see what PhD it is. Oh, okay. He's preaching patriotism, honesty, and discipline. Patriotism, honesty, and discipline. PhD. And in his campaign, he has said one very important thing. We have tried engineers, we have tried lawyers, and some other such people. It's time now to try the businessman. He's been a businessman. He's not boasting about education. He says he's the least educated amongst the 10 aspiring to be presidential candidates of their party. He was one of the first to come out and say his party had failed. So I can respect this guy and say that he has come out uniquely to say that Nana AKUFO-ADDO is a failed president. His government has failed. He was only an MP. He refused to be a minister, as if he knew that these guys are going to fail. So I can listen to this one. I can't listen to BAWUMIA. I don't like his insults. Sometimes he stoops so low, like an infant insulting people. and picking fights with people who do not matter in the society. Matter is in quotes. And he wants to be president. Of course, he brags. He has this, he has this. And he has this amount of money. He said, but is it true? It is not bragging if what you have said is the truth. It's rather boastfulness. There are two different things. To brag is different from to boast. To brag is when you don't have it and then you claim that you have it. That is bragging. That's why we have something called bragging rights. To boast is when you have it and you flaunt it. Jesus have mercy. So is he boasting or he's bragging? It has been proven that everything that this man says he has, he has. He claims he's a millionaire. Check his account. His account is fat like a fattened pig. Check this man's track record. You will realize that he's raw like Trump. He's not a trained politician. He goes ditto, boot for boot. That's Canada, Japan. But as to whether I want him to be my next president or not, it's clear. No, I don't want him. Because he belongs to a party that is demonic. The demon's children can never make a way for me. Why is his party a demonic party? This was the same party that chased Nkrumah. Night and day, even into exile, they were still looking for him to kill him. Today, they are building a whole monument and a park for Kwame Nkrumah to attract people into the country to give them money. Are they not hypocrites? Who is the devil? The devil is somebody who devalues. They devalued Kwame Nkrumah on the day of the coup d'etat right here in Ghana in February 1966. They went around destroying every infrastructure that Nkrumah put up, including factories and statues. They didn't want to smell Nkrumah. And when they finished destroying everything, they chased him into exile, trying to kill him in exile. Well, they succeeded because they finally killed him in 1972. Find me a photograph of Kwame Nkrumah. That's him. The greatest president we ever had in this country. They vilified him. They gave him a bad name. And like a dog, they hanged him in exile. Even when Nkrumah was so sickly and praying to come home and die, they refused him. Ghanaian herbs that were very, very important for his survival in exile. We were told that they blocked every avenue of getting the herbs over to Kwame Nkrumah. But Nkrumah told them, the torch that has been lighted in Ghana by me, long after I am dead and gone, that torch will still burn aloft, brighter and brighter. Hallelujah. The villain, the man whose factories they went around cracking and destroying. Today, they say there's a memorial park in his name. And they have spent so many millions of Ghana cedis. So have they apologized to Kwame Nkrumah for the wickedness? Have they apologized on behalf of their fathers and grandfathers who were nothing but terrorists? This is the party that wants to come and rule us. I've never liked that party. I might like individuals within them, but I still see them as sons of the demon. What they did to Nkrumah and what they are doing to Ghana. Tell me the track record of this party. Today, Nana Akufo-ADDO is still on that agenda. They are trying to sell Tor, Tema Oil Refinery. I think they have even sold it. Gihok. Anything that has Nkrumah's name on it, they try to find a way of destroying it. This is that party. They call themselves the New Patriotic Party. Yet a lot of them do not even know what patriotism means. Patriotism is not bringing family and friends. That is not patriotism. You know what that is called? Nepotism. It has nothing to do with patriotism. They want to rule over Ghana. As for Nana Akufo-ADDO, I wish he would live long enough to see how Ghanaians will sing his dirge long before he goes into his grave. You have failed. You are a president who is a villain. You are worse than a slave driver. You are worse than a house nigger. You have sent us all the way to the IMF. And proudly, you are flaunting your feathers. There's another thing about him. I don't want to go too much into this. Dash! Who knows who this man is? He's a minister, isn't he? He's a minister. He's a minister. You all know him. He's the one behind Kennedy Japan. Can you see him? Bring the first photo. Can you see him? He's a very good friend of mine. From the days in Takrade when he was not a politician. You see his face. Please look at the ears and look at the eyes. I'm going to compare him to the next picture. Bring that one. Can you see him at the back? Behind Kennedy Japan. And he's saying what? A braggart who insults people will not be elected president. And this is Kennedy Japan speaking. He's a member of parliament. And he also deals with the minerals and blah, 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 blah. I really love this guy. Watch it. Western Regional Minister Kobi Ochre Dakun Mensa has taken Asin Central MP Kennedy Japan to the cleaners, describing him as a braggart. He stated that all aspiring presidential candidates must go to the delegates and make their case for why they should be elected. He opined that NPP delegates want a candidate who will respect them but not insult them. The politician stated that the delegates are not interested in people who go around disclosing what they have done for others when they have a disagreement with them. I believe that all aspirants should compete. They should go to the delegates and persuade them. Yes, they should tell them why they should vote for them. Go to the delegates and explain why you are the best. But if you are a braggart and you insult people, forget it. I have stated numerous times that delegates will never vote for people who insult them. And they will never vote for people who will tell the entire world if they do something for you. Delegates will vote for people who they can control. The delegates will support Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA, he said. He also disagreed with the MP's assertion that Dr. BAWUMIA was the reason our city and economy are struggling. Dash. Dash, dash, dash. You see, Kobe, I agree with you when it comes to the fact that nobody should be a braggart. And when people do things for you in secrecy, when they have an issue with you, they come back and say how much they helped you when you were in need. I'm not a supporter of things like that. And Kennedy Japan has that thing as his middle name. If he gives you water to drink today, wait until you have a problem with him the next day. The other day you were dying, I was the one who gave you water to drink. Foolish man like you, he throws out words like an illiterate. With no disrespect to illiterates. That's what Kennedy Japan does. But Kennedy Japan is better than BAWUMIA. At least he will insult you. He's predictable that he has anger issues. He will insult you. But I can see that he's more passionate about Ghana than BAWUMIA. BAWUMIA who sank our economy to the lowest ebb. BAWUMIA who is the biggest liar this country has ever had. Has he been able to run away from the lying tag? Everybody says he's a liar. He lies to everybody. I prefer a braggart to a liar. I prefer a braggart to a liar. I prefer a man who insults to a liar. The Quran says a liar goes to hell. The Bible says the same thing. He who lies, his place is the hell. But he didn't say he who brags or is boastful. Lying supersedes bragging and insulting people. They are all not good, but one is better. Dash it away. When we return, We have more. Remember to send your comments coming in. We're going to read them, as we always do. In the interim, this is the Blackboard. Hey! Wayo!
Blackpot, Kokusho.
This is the Blackboard, aka Kokusho, and here we speak truth to power. Remember, we are live on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called Black Empire Media. As you can see, Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K. And click on the notification button so that anytime we come on live, you'll be the first person to see it. This is a show of patriotism. Here we don't do politics. No way. I've never been on any politician's paycheck or payroll. That is why I can say and speak for my nation. By now, the braggarts would have gone out and say, oh, when he was sick, I was the one who paid his hospital bill. Oh, when he was hungry, I was the one who gave him this. No, sir. None of them. You are the people feeding us. Those who advertise on our show. Those who come to our concerts. Those who support us to be able to fight for the nation and the future of our children and the future of this nation. That's what it is. Or else long time ago we would have sold out. But no, it's not about just bread and butter. It's also about the conscience. Thank you so much to Ease It. Connect with family and friends and download this from Google Play and App Store. And let's link. Action time. Next story. Watch me. Watch me. He says what? AKUFO-ADDO begs Africa to stop begging. Boom. AKUFO-ADDO begs Africa to stop begging. So he's still on a begging spree. This man has been the biggest disappointment this nation has seen. The other day, he went around telling people, Africa should stop begging. Africa should stop begging. We have it all. Yet, a couple of weeks later, he was at the IMF begging. He claims that it's not begging, it's a loan that has to be paid. But you were on your knees, literally, begging the German ambassador to go and beg China to forgive you your debts. Such irresponsible politician. You go for a loan. It's time for you to pay. Then you tell the people that you're supposed to pay that, oh, forgive us our debts. Is that not stealing? Bring the story. Africa has agreed to shed image of beggars living on charity, aid, handouts. And this is AKUFO-ADDO talking. Bring back that. Watch. He says Africa has agreed to do what? Shared image of beggars living on charity, aid, and hand. This is a joker, this guy. He's a joker. Last month, he went to the German embassy, begging the German ambassador to go to China and beg the Chinese to forgive Ghana its debts. Debts that he plunged us in. Is that not begging? Bring the story. Watch this. It says, President Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO has said Africa as a continent has to be self-reliant and shed the image of beggars living on charity, aid and handouts, as well as make better and more intelligent use of our abundant natural resources in order to pull ourselves out of poverty and attain prosperity. Kaya Jeme. Come here! Watch this. The Ghanaian leader made the comment at the Lisbon City Council, where he was given the keys to the city by Deputy Mayor Philip Anakwareta Correa. Mr. AKUFO-ADDO, who is on a 3-day official visit to Portugal, stated that history holds ample lessons that show that a rich trading partner operating within a fair trading system brings prosperity to both sides for more than the exploitation of a poor partner. Dash it away. He's full of speeches. He went to school in England. They were those wearing long tail coats and drinking tea and speaking Elizabethan English. So when it comes to speaking grammar, in Nigeria, say the Yan grammar. But he preaches virtues and practices vices. That's who he is. So fake. So shamelessly fake. I never knew old men could also be fake. This is a fake old man. He's so hurting, so bad. Your country is at the mercy of the IMF. Your country is the #1 country in the world in gold production. We are not joking. How many countries do we have in the world? Ghana is #1 when it comes to the production of gold. Your country is the 2nd biggest exporter of cocoa in the world, not only in Africa. You have discovered lithium. You have too much. Even the gold that is exported, #1 in the world. According to Sam Jonah, the former CEO of the biggest mines in Ghana, the Anglo Gold Ashanti, said that now Ghana has nothing, no shares in Anglo Gold Ashanti. What kind of slavery is this? You have gold. You have diamond. When he came in, he was bringing us Ejapa. And what was Ejapa? They wanted the Parliament of Ghana to accept that for a long period of time, any gold mine or any place in Ghana that discovers gold should be taken by investors. They are selling the mines now and mines yet to be discovered. So they will take money. Do what with it? They are old men. They want to blow it all and die tomorrow. Posterity will judge these people bad and harsh. Ghana first. Nobody's bigger than the truth, old or young. One day, our children and children's children will watch all these things that we are saying, and they will judge us by what we stood for. Like they vilified Nkrumah only to make him a hero. Posthumously. These are villains. He's full of speeches. The other day, the French president came here and he stood before him, telling him big histories. Oh yes, Africa beyond aid. Yes, Africa has so much gold and diamond. Yes, Africa should not live on the mercies of the American or the French taxpayer. We are supposed to be self-sufficient. This crook, at the end of the day, he ran to the IMF begging for money. At the end of the day, he ran to the German ambassador asking him to go to China and beg the Chinese to forgive Ghana his debts. What is this? So they say one thing and they negate it the very second they say that. And they expect us to show them respect. Respect for what? Show you full respect when the nation is all coming down? No, sir, not me. He preaches virtues. This was what we wanted to hear. When I heard Africa Beyond Aid, I said, no, this is my president. I heard him all over, on radio, on TV. This is the president we've been waiting for. The president who will pull us out of poverty. The president who will tell us that, yes, we have what it takes to be self-sufficient. Not knowing it was yet another political crook with a crookish vice president who now wants to continue with the crookish nature of this president as the next president. You think, say, day wise. Dash. When we return, 2 things. We have more for you. 2, we shall be reading your comments. First batch of comments. Keep them coming. Hey! Wayo!
Blackpot. Kokusho.
This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodomo. And here we speak truth to power. We are reading your messages and keep them coming. Come here. Come here. And this is Petrina O2. And Petrina O2 says, rewiring the mindset of the youth. That's correct. We are doing that. Benjamin Adote says, fire. Richie says, respect Blakk. I remember those days at Good News FM in Takrade. And we've always been like this, right? We've never changed. From the days at Good News up till now. Did you see any change? Same thing. We are not chameleons. Emmanuel says, respect Blakk. And he says, more fire, daddy. And of course, who is Maggie? Says, no living being is bigger than the truth. More fire, Blakk Rasta. Shirley says, hello. Good to see you on the channel. Thank you so much, Shirley. Yes, Shirley is all the way in Texas, in America. We first met in 1995 in Tamale. Yes, several years down the line. We are still in contact. And she took a photograph, the only photograph I have of me and my mother. In fact, when she came in as a tourist from America. Salute. Paul Skimo says, greetings, Blakk Rasta. Petrina Otu said, blessed love, always more fire. And then Karim Sadat Aduku says, good evening, Blakk Rasta. We cry for the dead and keep malice with the living. Then envy the successful and avoid the broke ones. What an interesting life we live. That's true. Jidefo Dodudo Chibli says, greetings, Blakk Rasta. Okeke says, what's he saying? He says, you are indeed our own man with so much wisdom. May God continue to bless you. Blessed love, guidance, and protection. Gamelia Pasu says, Blakk Rasta, welcome here. Today I am online. Roll the story. Nu Muhammad Abdullah says, watching and listening to the message and the messenger. Blessed love, don't keep too much eyes on the messenger or else you will lose the message. Max Pro says, Blakk Rasta, I never miss a day without watching your show. I have learned a lot so far and I like the way you explain your English grammar to my understanding. Keep on with the good work and stay blessed. Blessed love. I'm happy to know that you are in tune. Max Pro says, we only criticize to build and not to destroy. Come here. Next story. Roll the guns. You think say you day wise? Hey, Blakk Rasta. Woyo. That's what he says. Do be gibbly. Do be goobly. Greetings to you from the UKSA, that's the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Blakk Rasta, my question is, why BAWUMIA? Why is it that BAWUMIA cannot save himself some integrity and stay away from the contest? Some of them are shameless. That's how shameless people behave. Instead of keeping the little respect left, they want to flaunt it. And I will not mince words. You know? Sani says, more fire. Amoli for Richard says, good evening, Blakk. I missed yesterday's wisdom, but thank God I am here again. Keep the fire burning, my mentor. Blessed love. Sani says, Mr. Bean. Nice one. Yes, Mr. Bean of Ghana Politics. That is BAWUMIA. Whenever he speaks, people laugh. They see him as a comedian. That's what it is. Abdul Mumin says, greetings, my boss. It's about time we, the youth, worked on our mindset and did away with the system of gerontocracy. A government of old men and women is called gerontocracy. And a government of thieves is what? Can anybody tell me? Is it theocracy? Certainly not. They are not here to preach the Bible or to preach the gospel. A government of thieves is called what? Okay, find it out. Think say they wise. Philemon J says, Black Rasta. The man has a big heart. And you nailed it right in the head. Well, thank you so much. Shirley says, sorry to hear school isn't being funded. Oh, yes. I mean, when Nana AKUFO-ADDO was coming in, he said he was going to give free food to the students and all that. And then the caterers have been on strike several times. As it stands right now, the caterers feeding them with poor food. When you see the food that they feed Ghanaian children on, you will puke. Even with that, the caterers are on strike. They are not being paid. Jonathan Achu says, Blakk, keep on giving us wisdom. Jida for Dodu, Tibli says, one of the reasons I hate politics is that truth is rarely a politician's objective. Election and power are. Yes. Yes, that's true. Shirley says, IMF equals debt. You have to pay back double. Our politicians don't see that. They are looking for a way of curing symptoms and not the disease. That's what they do. That's what they do. Sweet Smile says, I am sorry for BAWUMIA because I know for sure that this Buzia, Dombo, NPP party doesn't like Nordness. If they truly do, they would have voted for the late Aliu Mahama to lead them from Rahman Tamale. Well, that's yet another opinion. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot. Keep your messages coming in. Next story. And come here. Jesus BAWUMIA has good character. Wow. Somebody is comparing BAWUMIA to Jesus' character. This is this guy. He's a joker. In fact, Jeff told me the other day that he taught him in school. So this is Jeff's teacher. And that he was a very disciplined man. Very, very, very learned. He would teach you and you would understand. But he was extremely disciplined. Now he has lost the discipline and he has become a chief politician. Who is this guy? Former Central Regional Minister. His name is Kwame Nadankan. Watch this. BAWUMIA's character is Jesus-like. In fact, if he had made a mistake to say Muhammad-like, they would have roasted him like Chichinga in the Zongo. To compare BAWUMIA to Prophet Muhammad, my God, is the easiest way out, is the best. Is Jesus-like. Christians would tolerate it. Kwame Nadankan has likened the character of Vice President Dr. Mahamudu BAWUMIA to that of Jesus Christ, the leader of Christians in the world. In a meeting with the New Patriotic Party faithfuls during the campaign tour in the Ashanti region, the Vice President emphasized the importance of maintaining a clean and respectful campaign on the party's presidential race as the party's presidential race intensifies. He stressed unity is key for the party to win the 2024 elections, reminding the party of their main enemy, which is the National Democratic Congress. I have instructed all my supporters and spokespersons that we must conduct a clean campaign, avoiding any form of insults. We are one family and we must remain united. Once the contest concludes, we will come together as a cohesive force to ensure the NDC does not return to power. Bring back that. Listen to his level of wisdom. After all this, keep it clean. And when it's done, then we will come together as a solid force and make sure that the NDC does not return to power. Not to make sure that the nation Ghana moves forward. It's all about winning elections. You see their level of thinking. They are not looking at Ghana. They are looking at a political party. For them to defeat a political party is their ultimate goal. A government of thieves, kleptocracy, kleptomaniacs in power. Next page. The former Central Regional Minister addressing Dr. BAWUMIA's admonition to his aides and spokespersons not to respond to attacks on his personality hailed him, saying he exhibits what he termed Jesus-like attitude. That is the nature. That is the character of the man we are following and supporting. He's a good man. He stressed during Peace FM's Kokroko show Wednesday morning. Kwame Nadan can't believe that Dr. BAWUMIA is the leader of the leader Ghana needs. Asserting his character is sublime. What a character. What is it? What more do you want to see in a leader? What else do you want to see in a leader? He asked. Dash, may I tell you what I want to see in a leader? I want to see truth in a leader, not a lying BAWUMIA that you support. I want to see a leader who has a vision, not a leader who claims megalomania. What's the achievement of BAWUMIA? Kayaye, we are going to give you bathrooms, and when you go, you bath, and then you go to toilet there, and after the toilet, you bath, and it's good. Hey, where's that toilet? The toilet that he calls toilet. Where is it? Where are the tablets? He had promised before then that they were going to give computers to who? What happened? In fact, this guy is a joker. Duncan, you are not serious. You are not serious. Jeff's teacher, you are not serious. This is the guy you are comparing to Jesus? Did Jesus ever tell a lie? Was Jesus a politician? Did Jesus ever promise anything that didn't happen? Jesus have mercy. Don't lower Jesus like that because of your dirty politics. Jeff, this your teacher is a joker. Dash him away. Next story. BAWUMIA has Jesus-like character. LGBTQI plus bill doom for Ghana. This is it. Rainbow family. They came to Ghana. Kamala Harris was here. And she said it right in this country so arrogantly. I don't care what you people think. But LGBTQI plus is a human right. And I stand for it. That was arrogance. In this country is criminal. Something that is criminal in America, it will be arrogance and disrespectful. For me to go to the American people and tell them that I don't care what the American people think about this thing, because in my country it's legal. It is legal. That's arrogance. There's a way you can go about some of these things behind the doors to be able to jaw. Yes. But this is the man who is my uncle. I love him. Anytime I'm launching my music, he is there. He supports me. But what is he saying? Anti-gay bill will introduce more problems for us than we have. And that is Inus Afuseni, a Muslim. Not just a Muslim, an Alaji. In fact, Muslims are even more vehement against LGBTQI than Christians. In Islam, it's punishable by death. Saudi Arabia. Let them say that there's one gay walking around. Your head will be on a chopping board. That's what it is. It's true. But what is the man saying? A former member of parliament for Tamale Central, Inus Afuseni, has indicated that the anti-gay bill currently before parliament could bring about more problems for Ghana than the positives it aims to achieve. explaining why this is so. The former MP said that in the real sense of things, Ghana does not recognize the activities of the LGBTQI plus community. And by law, such actions are not even discussed to merit the need for a law against it. He added that it gets even more problematic because the new bill, if passed into law, will allow the state to pry into the extremely private aspects of people's lives. He also raised concerns about a lot of state resources that are being committed to this, and when they could have been redirected. We are not concerned with what goes on in our four walls of the bedroom. That is why when the bill came up first, I said that we were trying dash. He's made his point. Watch me. Former minister and former MP, I beg to differ. LGBTQI plus has become a main discourse in the country. We have seen people who have come here to try to organize gay pride marches and demonstrations. Come here. We have seen on our TVs, in our movies, activities of homosexuals and lesbians. We have seen textbooks that politicians have not been able to provide to schools, coming in from America and all those places. And they have gay and lesbian undertones. So if you still sit in your corner and think that it is not worth talking about, because our Lord doesn't see it, the fact that it doesn't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You belong to a religion that says that anybody engaged in it should die. Are you okay with that? I do not like it when people bring religion into the discourse. So I'm glad my uncle didn't. But the thing is, it is no longer a secret or hidden in Ghana. Transgender. We have seen some people become transgender amongst us, and they are granting radio and TV interviews. True or false? They are all over in Ghana. We have seen people who have granted interviews on radio in Ghana saying they are gay. Minister, are you not aware of gay clubs in Ghana? So you still say you don't see it? Until we go into people's bedrooms, we don't see that. The law is supposed to tackle things that affect us. Are we ready for this? My biggest problem with LGBTQI plus is one. If the people of Ghana want it, it's the people of Ghana that want it. I do not want the people of Ghana to be manipulated because somebody thinks it's wiser than the people and comes from America to tell you that if you do not legalize it in your country, it won't give you aid. That's my problem. But if people, men and men want to sleep together, women and women want to sleep together and do other things, if the nation decides that this is what they want. After all, there are so many other things that are happening that I don't believe in, that you don't believe in, but you accept because the nation says it should go on. But I hate it to the core that you cannot even have a dialogue, a civil discourse about LGBT, else you are labeled homophobic. Right now, anything you say about lesbianism and homosexuality, somebody labels you as homophobic, and they try to use the economics to strangulate you. You don't get a visa to travel. Ministers are being chopped out left, right, and center, and countries are sabotaged. All because they did not accept LGBTQI+. This is colonialism, slavery. I don't know how many people agree with me. Dash. We have the last story left, right? Run it. And we're going to be done in a few seconds. We'll also read your messages. $80,000 for Ghana yellow cards. What do you mean yellow cards? This is the man talking about yellow cards. I don't know yellow cards, so what is it all about? 2022 World Cup. Ghana paid $80,000. Underline the figure, $80,000 for yellow cards. And this is Henry Asante Chum. Read the story. The communications director of the Ghana Football Association, so this is official, Henry Asante Chum, disclosed that the FA paid $80,000 for yellow cards accumulation during the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, just last year. The Black Stars performed below the bar and exited the tournament in the group stages with just a single win, losing 3-2 and 2-0 to Portugal and Uruguay respectively, and winning 3-2 over South Korea. Now, according to Henry, each yellow card received came at a fee of $10,000. And through that Ghana's campaign, the team accumulated 8 yellow cards, which sums up to $80,000. I like that. Now, when you qualify to the World Cup, they give you some amount of money for just qualifying. Come here! And as you move on, when you move on, then you win more money. That's how it is. I'm glad that people are paying for wrongs. A red card means that they are sending you off. How much do you pay for that? If yellow card is $10,000, then red card should be like 5 times that, $50,000. It brings decency in the game and fairness. But Ghana, just in the first group stage, they were kicked out. And we accumulated 8 yellow cards in the group stage. And we paid 80,000 American dollars. Oh. Ghana, next time, keep that money and donate it to me. I'll take it to my hometown. Pesingpe or Tumu or Dolun Bezong or Pang or Dompoase, and go and build boreholes for them. It's good. It brings discipline. Dash. My name is Blakk Rasta, and I want to say thank you so much. I do appreciate you and I do love you. More comments. Abdul Rahman says, aside the military and the police service, the other services are almost useless due to their porous conditions of service and inadequate and obsolete logistics. Why is that? Even the police has issues. Even the army. Are you aware that just a few weeks back, they didn't even have fuel for the army to move their vehicles for patrol? The commanders had to pay money from their own pockets. Are you aware? Ashaiman police, 100 Ghana cedis fuel every night. 100 Ghana cedis. 100 Ghana cedis. That is less than $10. And that is for patrol in an area that has a lot of criminal activities going on. Is this what you consider good military and police? Policemen are good. Soldiers are good. But the system, the political system, is not making it right. Big Ben says, why won't he promise tablets? When they promised 88 hospitals and couldn't deliver. Later they came back and promised 111 hospitals, and Ghanaians believed them and voted them into office. That's the truth. That is the truth. 88 hospitals became 111 hospitals, and look at what is happening. That's what he's talking about. These, and then Abdul Mumin says, these are some of the reasons the youth are seeking asylum abroad and the northern part of Africa. It's sad. But instead of running out and seeking asylum and being refugees, we have to come together and chase all these idiots out of power. But when election comes, the same people who later will run into asylums and all that, They are the people who would vote for these idiots to come in. Political idiots. Gladys Clark says, Black Rasta, we beg you, please don't go out of the country. Oh no. If BAWUMIA wins, I will. As for that, I promise you, I will. That means the nation is not ready to learn. I will leave. So that until he leaves, you'll be there. Shirley says, are there any good candidates? As for us, it's either Trump or Biden. She lives in Texas. Of course, they are all below standard. Some of them have tested it before. They said they made mistakes, so when they come, they will do better. We are waiting to see some of those things. The good candidates never really win elections. It's all about tribalism and religiosity. Abdul Rahman says, the day the monkey dies, all the trees in the forest get slippery. Really touched when you detailed this quote. Amoli for Richard says, in case by mistake you are leaving this country, who would you hand over these good works to? Because we can't do without the black pot. Well, the black pot will go on break. It means the black pot has failed. Because if you listen to the black pot and you look at the wisdom all this while, we should not be making these mistakes. We have to progress. If you are feeding people and they are misbehaving, pull back the food when they get hungry. They will say, Anna. Mahmoud Demba says, Black, I'm listening to you live from Istanbul, Turkey. Keep up the good work. May the protection of the Almighty Jah continue to be with you. Blessed love. Salami W. Kennedy. Salami W. says, Kennedy is good, but he will be a great puppy for the Western world, which is not good for our country. We need someone who has no international investment. The West can easily use Kennedy. You are right, it could happen. Because Kennedy has buildings in America and all that, and when he's talking about the Americans, it's like they are gods and goddesses. Bitter Bless GH says, greetings, Black Rasta. How I wish the ghost of Kwame Nkrumah will shape these dirty politicians with Ponkokoti. Whip them with Ponkokoti every blessed night and give them sleepless nights. I'll be very happy. It's going to happen. Just keep praying. Watching all the way from Kaswa. I have been listening to you since a day young. I always pray for long life and good health and also good wealth for you. Much love. Your prayer has been accepted. Thank you for your prayer. Jidefo Jedu Do says, when you look at our world, the truth is that we are all under the influence of politics. That is true. But we must do wise politics, not the politics of ethnicity and religion. Fenway says, posterity will judge these old crooks. Shirley says, fair trading partner? What? Didn't Portugal establish Elmina Castle to undermine indigenous ownership of gold? Of course. That's what happened. That's what happened. And he's in Portugal. And he's talking about fair trade. Our people don't remember history. Martin says, these guys are most evilous. We can think. They are so heartless. That's what he wants to say. Jada Fododudo says, Black, I believe that a writer has to tell what they think is the truth in a human experience. Cannot escape the political, right? Well, that's what we said. Joseph Ashley says, I am happy to be a part of the platform. Black, you are the man. Blessed Edward Entry says, dash it, Black. You are real. Blessed love. We appreciate you and we love you. We will not take any much any more of your time. We appreciate you. We love you. Remember to subscribe to that channel. The YouTube channel is called Black Empire Media, as you can see on the screens. And remember to also do business with us. The more you do business with us, the more we have the financial muscle to do more. Bring your products that you want to advertise. Any other business that you have, let us do business together. Yeah? It's been the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kuku Show no more. And our numbers have been scrolling on the screen. You can give us a call, and we are ready to do business with you. Hey! Wayo!